Hi, this is Steve Thompson from Alaska, and I am making my video here for programs that could either be used for portfolios or for assessment, and I'm going to focus on the program Kahoot. If you haven't played with this, it's pretty sweet. I made some Kahoots here recently because I knew we were going to do this project, and also I thought it'd be kind of fun. So basically, the first thing you need to know is you can just sign up for free, totally free. It is a pretty slick program. It works fairly well and with lots of platforms. There's some pre-made Kahoots, and then of course you can make your own. So I'm going to show you a couple that I've made real quick. First of all, if you're going to make some Kahoots, I do recommend that you have your own file of everything that you're going to use. And so I meant to have this open and then I just closed it. So here's my Kahoot file with all sorts of different JPEG pictures in there. And I am going to suggest that if you do a word problem that you actually type it out on a Word document or some type of method, and then you copy and paste that as a JPEG, and you'll see why as you make this Kahoot. So basically, here's one I've done for algebra. I'm going to click on here, and I could edit it. I could add some more questions, but how this works here is you'll put the question in, and then you have a spot to put an image. And I highly recommend that you put the image in there, and you'll see as we play it that if you don't, and I have some silly questions in there too for some fun, but basically make sure that you've got kind of a file with some questions and save them as a picture. Because if you just type in, like up here where it says solve for X, you could type out a whole bunch of stuff, but when you actually go to play the game, they'll see that in the very top, and then there's really not an opportunity for them to see across the classroom because it's just tiny little directions. So even the directions, if that's part of the question, I would type that out, copy and paste that into as a JPEG picture. So like I've got a lot of math here, but I do have some word problems in here. I got some silly ones too. So like I'm going to click on this guy here. You do have some options. Yeah, you have some options of 4 different possible answers. You don't have to use 4, but that's a good idea to at least give them a little bit of challenge here. So I'm actually going to go to play, and I'm going to show you this one real quick. There's some music going to start, which is going to drive me bonkers. I have set up my phone here so that I can log in. And what happens here is you can do it on a phone or you can do it on a laptop, but basically now what happens is it's going to give me a number, and the kids can log in. And I've actually got these old netbooks, and I've got some Chromebooks. All of those work pretty well, but I'm going to put my password in 4830176. I'm going to hit enter, and then it's going to show up on this screen. So I've entered it in here, and then it says pick up a nickname. So I'm going to put my nickname in. If you haven't tried this, it's pretty slick. You can actually play it at home. So now on the screen you see I'm in there. I can kind of wait for everybody. A little tip, make sure you tell all your kids you can put your first name in, and so that you know who it is, because at the end you actually get some pretty cool statistics and actually can use it as a grade if you want. So I'm going to start this little quiz here. This pops up so you can see it. Kids thing is spinning just like this. So here it goes, solve for X. Here's question 1 of 125. And now I'm going to scroll down a little bit. I've got the different answers here. So they have to know to multiply by -5/1. So hopefully on my little thing here, which has just gone blank, I'm going to hit the red button and it's going to record that I've got it right. So I'm going to finish this one up, and I'm going to end the game. I just want to show you this. At the end, it also gives you a little podium, who's won the game, who's first, who's second, who's third. I'm going to click on this get results, and I just want to click on here. I'm going to do a direct download. It is pretty slick. It'll give it to you as an Excel document at the very end. It's going really, really slow right now, which is frustrating. So it's being bad on me, and I've made this video a bazillion times. So I'm not going to do it again. I'm going to just wait through it here. Okay, so I'm going to scroll up so you can see this. There's a little section where it says reports. And sorry this is going so slow, but if you notice here, I actually have done a little demo here. My algebra chapter 2, we took this on October 4th. I'm going to click download, and it should. It's going really slow today, guys. I'm sorry about that. It normally is much, much faster. And at some point, it started to download. It's at the bottom of my screen here. I'm going to open this up, and any second it's going to pop up so you can see it. It will give me a list of all the responses. And unfortunately, I've done this 4 times trying to make this video. Here it comes. It's opening up in Excel. And then the nice thing is I can actually give them a score if I want, or I can just have some information on who is missing what question. And there you go. So it'll tell me exactly which one is correct, what answer they put in, how long it took. I mean, it really, really is pretty cool. And then, of course, you can export this and save this if you want to do that. That's why it does help to have their real name. Okay, so I've had a couple kids take and they put something stupid in there, and then I just have to start over and say, okay, everybody's logging back in. I'm going to go get rid of this, which I opened several times. There is one limitation to Kahoot, which I didn't really realize. I didn't think about this. One of my classes, they played this. They absolutely loved it. If they were out of the running for winning, they seemed to just still continue to enjoy the process. I got good feedback and they got a nice review out of it. But I did have some kids that are very, very competitive. And as soon as they learned that they weren't going to win, they kind of shut down. So that was something I had to overcome with some of my more challenging classes. But it is a great review. You can turn down the music so it's not so irritating. Kids do have to sit close to the board. They have to have some kind of device. It could be a phone, a netbook, a Chromebook, something portable, because it is nice if kids can move. All right, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and sorry it's a little bit long. Go play with Kahoot because it is very, very cool. Thanks.